Well, so many of us are working from home right now, but what about the millions of college students who are looking forward to their summer internship? It looks like they're going to be interning from home. Here is the buzz. Dozens of industries, including the New York Stock Exchange and of course tech companies, are moving internships online. Now, experts say students will not likely make the same connections as they might if they happen to be in the building, but online experience is better than none at all. Also trending, Uber is tweaking its safety policies to ensure those who use the service are protected. The rideshare company will now require you to wear a mask. Drivers would have to wear a face covering as well. Uber is in the process of developing technology to detect if drivers are wearing one before they go online and start accepting trips. They're also looking into ways to hold you accountable when you ride. Uber is already shipping masks to drivers and delivery workers as well as disinfectant spray.
Sonnet 1. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die.
You know, for the past month or so, celebrities have been coming out in full force on social media with brand new recipes, sweet songs, plenty of Instagram lives. But Sir Patrick Stewart of Star Trek, well, he has been consistent in his daily tweeting for a Shakespearean reason. The actor has been reading sonnets every single day to his followers, now 45 poems strong. And he says, in place of an apple, a sonnet a day keeps the doctors away. That's one way to look at it.